Why is it that when you are young, you want to grow up quickly, you want to become a grown up so quickly, but yet when you reach your adulthood, you feel like you want to go back to being a teen? This dynamic doesn't even make sense to me, okay? And this is one of the things we're going to discuss here today. Because currently it's all over social media about how Gen Zs are looking more grown than their actual ages. And millennials look way, way younger. How is it that this dynamic is just like changing all of a sudden, and Gen Zs are looking like adults, looking like millennials, and millennials looking like Gen Z? Today I just want to address it, okay? There are so many factors that actually go into this. All right, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, the name is Becca. Subscribe to the channel, join the family. So I want us to consider some factors that make Gen Zs look like they are grown. I'm actually a Gen Z and I feel like I'm okay with my age. I even look more younger than my age, my actual age. But there are some other Gen Zs on the other hand that look way, way, way older than their actual age. Kylie Jenner recently went to an event and she came out looking so different from her usual age. It sparked a lot of talk around all the social media platforms and everybody's talking about it. This guy who is 26, also looking like he's in his late 30s or early 40s. Let's just watch this video.
In a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z. Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister. Right? When I tell people, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my family, they think I'm talking about my children. I don't have kids, right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child. Does that make sense? I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me.
Okay. So I'm sure if you met him yourself, you would have said, hello, sir. How are your kids doing? I know a 26-year-old Gen Z can actually give birth to a child and all that. But for people to automatically assume that you have given birth and your kids are in school and you're already in your 40s, for a 26-year-old man, it's quite serious. It has its perks and it also has its disadvantages. So what is making Gen Zs look so much older than their actual ages? Than some people would say, more older than millennials. So the first thing I want us to talk about is the pressure from society. When I talk about pressure from society, I have a lot of things that goes under the pressure of society. The first one I'm going to talk about is the societal beauty and privileges that these younger generations, the pressure that they go through just to please society and its beauty standard. Some people have to wear so much heavy makeup to actually look a certain way to please society. Okay, there are so many things people do to their bodies, especially these younger generations, to fit into societal beauty privileges. And some of the buccal fat removal that came some time back, that was trending. Okay, the botox, the fillers, so much plastic surgery to actually look a way to please society. And sometimes the way that they dress and appear, their appearance alone, a Gen Z or a younger Gen Z is looking like a millennial because of the societal pressure that they put on themselves and the influence that they have from these social media platforms. It's making them feel like they need to do things to please society, thereby finding themselves just doing botox, fillers, all those things to look a certain way to please society and these beauty privileges that they claim they want to have. Okay, so having this heavy makeup on, automatically you're going to look like you are in your 30s. Meanwhile, you're in your 20s, and it's quite serious, and it makes people feel like, what is going on? Why are Gen Zs growing up? Okay, my personal opinion, I feel like the makeup is too much sometimes. The way that they dress expose themselves. You can see a teenager in their 16s, 17s. Example, let's use Jordan Woods. This teenager, even in her preteens, used to dress like an older woman. You would think she's in her 20s. So imagine if she's in her 20s, she'll be looking like she's in her 30s when she's actually a Gen Z. And that is some of the things that happens that make Gen Zs look way, way older than their actual age, okay? The pressure from society is quite serious. Another factor that is also aging most of the Gen Zs are stress, okay? People think stress has nothing to do with ageism, but I tell you, stress can age a person from 1 to 100 real quick. Okay, and what goes into this stress that I'm talking about? So a Gen Z has completed school, let's put it that way, has completed college. Now they have to start applying for jobs, and the lack of jobs, the bills on them, they need to leave their parents' house to go live independently. They need to cater for their bills, their water bills, their light bills, their calling bills, every bill, their food and everything. Or sometimes even have to cater for their parents or their younger siblings. This pressure from a younger Gen Z or a Gen Z in their middle 20s, the pressure, it gets so high. Okay, so some of them may even resort to alcoholism, drugs, to seek solace and comfort, and the overthinking, the depression. Okay, all this just amount to the stress that they go through, and it really pushes them to look way older than their actual ages, and people don't even take notice of it. Societal pressure to please people, to please your parents, to make them proud, to make the whole society proud of you, can cause a lot of stress on these younger generations, and they feel like they need to do things in a way, even if they don't like the way that they are living their lives, they have to do it to please their parents or the people around them, and make an impact in a way that just stresses them, and they feel like they can't do anything. And you will see a younger generation looking way older than their actual ages, and the economy doesn't make it easier. This social media pressure and all that are mounting together, the stress is no joke, and it can easily age a younger Gen Z, and they will start looking like a millennial real quick. Now, why are they saying that Gen Zs look older than millennials? Personally, I feel like Gen Zs don't look older, or most Gen Zs don't look older than millennials. Okay, some millennials choose some clothes or to wear some clothes and do some makeup in a way that just aesthetically pleases their body and make them look more younger. So their choice of dressing, some dress in a way that fits their body perfectly, that makes them look like their age and even younger. Whilst opposite Gen Z, they want to grow up so fast. They dress so heavily, do this heavy makeup, and if you compare it to a normal millennial and they are both standing there, you will actually think that millennial is actually younger than a Gen Z. And on the other hand, there are some millennials that dress so provocatively. They dress like they are in their 20s when they are in their 40s, and they will be looking in a way that is like, is she like in her 20s or...
I don't like it.
This actually confuses people, because you look like a millennial, yet you are dressed like a Gen Z, and people are like, no, she's old, but her dressing is making her look like she's in her 20s. So it just gets confusing, okay? And that is also a factor that can actually make a millennial look like they are younger than a Gen Z, all right? Gen Zs feel like they need to dress up to fit a part or to fit into a societal standard, and it makes them look way older, okay? And let's talk about the mistakes, the permanent ones that they make, which is the botox, the fillers, doing the plastic surgery and everything, which is like a permanent damage to the body, I say. Because for you to go and reverse your BBLs and all that, you come out looking way different than you actually looked. Or if you allowed your natural state to just develop for you to look as young and beautiful, to grow naturally, you would have looked way more beautiful. I'm not against anybody trying to look more prettier than they actually are, okay? But then the way you go about it, letting society pressure you into doing it, limit the way you do the makeup, just be your beautiful self. So I've mentioned so many factors that actually make Gen Zs look like they are way older than their ages, and then also in comparison with the millennials, okay? Share your ideas with me under the comment section and let's discuss it. So Gen Xs, during their time, were not so prone to social media. They did physical exercises actually. So physical exercises, drinking lots of water, not doom scrolling on your phone the whole damn day, drinking alcohol, stressing yourself. You're gonna grow old, okay? Some of the Gen X's are actually looking like they are millennials. And you will never know, you can never tell, because of the activities that they do, walking up and down, drinking good water, vegetables, taking care of themselves. So as a Gen Z, you should pick it up now. You grow up normally and just exercise your body, drink good water, just think about how to make your life better. You will see yourself going naturally and beautifully without all of these heavy makeup and dressing and all that, okay? Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, join the family. We talk about everything and anything on this channel to make our society better, to make our lives better, and to be better people, okay? I'll see you on the next one. Bye, ciao.